What is good, y'all? Mikey T, the movie star here, and I got an exclusive story today. That's right, an exclusive story right out of the longtime home recording studio of Roc-A-Fella Records. Baseline recording studio. That's right, you guys. And this story today actually involves the Broad Street Bully, Beanie Sigel, the first up from Roc-A-Fella Records. But what happened? Was there a little bit of a distraction when Beanie Sigel's career was starting to come together? Did Dame Dash bringing in Cameron sort of put a halt to what Beanie Sigel was doing? We're going to talk about all that today because today's story actually involves Beanie Sigel checking Cameron. That's right. Cameron walked into the studio, saw Jay and his two mainstays, Beanie Sigel and Memphis Bleek, in the middle of talking, laughter. As soon as Cam walked in, dead silence. We're going to get into all that today. Beanie Sigel took Cam into another room and had a little bit of a talking to with him. At this point in time, it really wasn't, everything wasn't laid out. You know what I mean? Cameron had not had all that success he would go on to have with Dipset, becoming the CEO that we look at him as today. Beanie Sigel was still in the middle of putting his career together. We didn't end up we wouldn't know what was going to come of his 5 albums. You know what I mean? The Jay and Dame Dash split, everything like that. So everything kind of blew up in their faces, and we're going to go over it today. But you already know who it is, Mikey T, the movie star. Everybody watching this video right now, I want you to follow me on social media. It's Mikey T _ the movie star on Instagram. You'll see a link to that in the description of this video. Shoot me a follow. I'll follow you back. Also, if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe right here on YouTube. Hit the notification bell so you never miss one of my videos. We're always talking about the dopest news, and I'm always giving you guys some insight as to what happened in the past and my thoughts on it. So listen, Cameron was doing an interview with Drink Champs, and he said Jay didn't really come to the office. Not confirming what Jay about Dame saying making me the president. That's the biggest topic ever when it comes to Cameron, Jay-Z, and Dame Dash. The fact that Dame Dash made Cameron the president of Roc-A-Fella, that was one of his chess moves in bringing Dipset over to Roc-A-Fella. One of his chess moves to complete that puzzle piece. You can call it genius. You can call it absolutely crazy. People were going to look at it different ways. Looking at it from what we were saying about Beanie Sigel a little bit earlier, the guy who was the heir to the throne, so to speak. You know what I mean? No disrespect to my guy Memphis Bleek, but Beanie Sigel was next up. Did it kind of seem like Cameron was taking his place? Possibly. But anyways, Cameron says Jay didn't really come to the office. I went to Rap City. He said, not confirming what Jay about Dame saying making me the president. I went to Rap City and talked about it. I remember that episode. Dame told me, I'm going to make you president. Bring Beans along further and he will learn about the business. I was repeating what Dame told me. Cameron is saying that he literally just went on Rap City. He had been told a few different things by Dame Dash. I'm making you the president of Roc-A-Fella. Beanie Sigel's going to be following, so to speak, in your footsteps. He's going to be learning the ropes. This is backstage information. This is information that maybe somebody like Beanie Sigel didn't want the general public to know. Oh, I'm learning the ropes? No. I just want to appear in front of everybody like Jay-Z and Nas. I just want to be appearing in front of the general public like Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, like I have it all together. Now, Cameron going on Rap City, the most popular show, the show that came on literally when you were getting home from school, and he went on there and said that Beanie Sigel had to learn about the business. That's almost like a jab back then. Back then, you would almost feel like that was kind of a jab. Oh, so you're saying I don't know about the business. But Cameron is saying he was just repeating what Dame Dash told him. You don't repeat everything somebody tells you. Take this as a learning lesson if you're just hearing this for the first time now. Cam said, one day I got in baseline by myself. It's Jay, it's Bleak, and Beans. And you know how you walk into a room and you know they was talking about you? Everybody stops. Nobody's talking no more. I was like, what's up? They was like, nothing. Beans said, can I talk to you? And we go outside the room. Guys, this is back in the day before you could just text somebody so easily. You know what I mean? This is back in the day when you would call somebody and they'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, he's not here. Can I take a message? So when you got some FaceTime with somebody, it meant a little bit more back in the day. You couldn't just FaceTime somebody. So anyways, Beans, when he finally sees Cameron at Baseline, the home recording studio of Roc-A-Fella Records, he wanted to talk to Cameron. He asked Cameron to come see him in the other room, right in front of Jay-Z. He's like, yo, I'm going to need to talk to you in the other room. What did Beanie Sigel say to Cameron? You can look at, I'm going to put up a poll. What do y'all think? Everybody in the comments, leave a little comment in the description of this video, the comment section. Who did you like better? Who did you think was going to have a bigger career, Cameron or Beanie Sigel? Beanie Sigel told Cameron, bro, please don't make me look bad on TV. You're talking about I don't know the business. See how much bigger of a deal it was back then, you guys? Don't go on TV and make me look bad. Don't go on Instagram and make me look bad. People make others look bad on Instagram every single moment of the day. But don't go on BET, Rap City. Don't go on 106 in Park. Don't go on MTV, Rap Fix. Don't go on VH1 and make me look crazy. Because there are people out there in the United States. This is where the vast majority of the people who are going to buy my material, this is where they see me promoted. So don't make me look bad on television. It's a much bigger deal back then than it was now. Back then, Beanie Sigel was wondering if he was even still going to be famous today. To have somebody going on the internet or going on live television and actually criticizing them for not knowing the business. While Cameron is being made to look like the next CEO. And look how things ended up playing out, you guys. Beanie Sigel didn't start State Property Records, even though he should have. Maybe State Property was a better group than Dipset. That's another poll. Where was Dipset on the top 50 list of rap groups? Somebody let me know. So anyways, Beans pulled Cameron to the side and said, bro, please don't make me look bad on TV. You're talking about I don't know the business. You're setting a narrative pretty much is what Cameron was doing. So anyway, but Cameron says he was just repeating what he was told. Cameron said, yo, I'm not trying to make you look bad. I'm just repeating what Dame said. If you feel away, I apologize. But that wasn't my intent to make you look bad. He's like, yeah, please. Because I look crazy. 100%. 100%. Cameron made Beanie Sigel look crazy by saying that. And those are words that honestly are still impacting him today. A lot of people ask the question, why doesn't Beanie Sigel have his career more together? Why is Beanie Sigel not honored more? Look at situations like this when television was first accepting and recognizing these labels, when Jay-Z and Roc-A-Fella and 50 Cent and G-Unit and M and Dre would literally get to bring artists on BET to present their albums to the world, when the albums would drop on Tuesday and they had to let everybody know in the country the albums were coming out. And then you got somebody from the own label basically coming on and saying another artist who's being positioned as the number one artist on Roc-A-Fella music doesn't know about the business. So what does that mean? That means we should just follow your record label and your concept and everything that you're doing. It's all about it's all about the way you word things, you guys. It's all about setting the narrative and how things are looked at. And honestly, right there, that made people look at Beanie Sigel in a way like he wasn't going to be developing his own roster of talent. We all saw what ended up happening with Beanie Siegel's career, you know what I mean? From ending up dropping albums on some different labels that I don't think really justified the release of a Beanie Siegel project. I'm not going over all of Beanie Siegel's albums today, you guys. But it's obvious if Roc-A-Fella had more of a strong foundation when before or after Jay or before whatever it would have been when Jay went to Def Jam, things could have worked out a little bit better, man. But ultimately, shit kind of got messed up for a lot of the Roc-A-Fella recording artists when Jay and Dame split up. And Dame was trying to create something that would have been a major dynasty if he would have brought Roc-A-Fella Dipset together, if State Property could have been leveled up to the position of both of those as well. I can see what he was going to create, you guys. Let me know in the chat what y'all think, man. I wanted to bring this topic up today because it was just nuts to hear that Cameron was getting checked. You know what I mean? With the CEO that Cameron is today, we don't really hear many things about him getting checked unless it's that incident with True Life where they ran into each other in New York, I believe. A story for another day, though. I mean, Cameron is the guy who got on the phone with 50 Cent. You know, he's the guy who got on the phone with 50 Cent and told him, yo, you're calling my label a graveyard or the label where I distribute some of my artists a graveyard? Why did you send your artists here? Cameron is never really known to back down. But, with the association that he was building with Roc-A-Fella back then, thinking that he was going in to become their new vibrant president, just like Jay-Z did with Def Jam, Cameron wanted to mend that issue right then and there. And I respect him for apologizing to Beans right then and there. Because like I said, and I stressed it, back then fame was a whole different thing. And Beanie Sigel was looking at it kind of crazy, man. You're making me look bad on television. And you can't do no worse than that when we're all trying to just get our image out there and show the world what we've been through and what we want to bring to the game. So, y'all, that's my episode for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. A little bit of throwback, man. Roc-A-Fella, Dipset, State Property. These are a lot of the entities that we all grew up on. I want everybody watching this to follow me on the gram right now. Make sure you subscribe on here on YouTube, and I'll follow everybody back there.